everyone. So today I'm going to film another Rate the Rides video. So let me get my app pulled up. So I'm going to do EPCOT today. I don't know if I said that or not. And there's not a lot in EPCOT, so this probably won't take very long. This probably won't be a very long video. But I'm going to try to explain a few things to you for each ride. Maybe it'll help explain the rides a little bit better. So on the Disney World app, when I click on one, it has a little description of what it is. So on rides that I'm not sure about, that maybe I have not ridden before, I will read that for you guys so you guys can get an idea of what it is if you've not ridden it. This one is Circle of Life, which is an environmental fable, it says, and this is like a film, a video that you watch, and I've never watched this before. Not the whole thing. I've seen like bits and pieces of it, like just kind of walked in and like walked out, but I've never like watched the whole thing before. So it says it's a 20-minute widescreen film about conservation with color commentary from the stars of Walt Disney's The Lion King. So I really don't know how to rate that. My thought would probably be that I feel like they could probably do something a little bit different there and put something more updated in, because I don't really think a lot of people sit and watch this 20-minute video. That's just my thought. But the next one is Ellen's Energy Adventure. I don't think I've ever been on this ride. No, I don't think I've ever been on this. Well, maybe. I don't think I have. If I have, it was when I was really little and I literally don't remember anything about it. This is a 45-minute multimedia trip through time and Ellen DeGeneres' subconscious, located in the universe of energy at EPCOT. So this is a 45-minute like show. That's a long time to sit and watch a ride slash show thing. I understand like other shows like the Lion King show and like the Finding Nemo show or whatever, but to sit and watch like Ellen DeGeneres, a lot of people don't like that it's 45 minutes. They think it's too long and it's just not a very good ride. I love Ellen DeGeneres and I feel like they could do something a little bit better for her especially. Sorry, my phone went off. But, so I'm not really sure how to rate that ride. I think from going off of what everybody else says, I'd probably give it like a 1, just because it doesn't seem very exciting. But I obviously have no idea. Frozen Ever After. Okay, I've never been on this, but I'm gonna give it a 5 because I know I'm gonna love it. I just know it. It looks so cool. I've like watched like the video where you kind of like go through the ride, and it looks so cool. And the updated like technology in this ride is so neat. So I'm really excited to see this ride one day. I obviously have not been to Disney since they've opened this ride, so I haven't been on it, that's why. But it's going to be so cool. It says, hoist the sails and Arendelle are aboard an ancient Norwegian vessel as you set out in the wondrous wintry world of Frozen. So I'm really excited. I love Frozen. I know it's overrated, and I think it's overrated, but I do like it, and so I'm excited. The next is the Grand Fiesta Tour, which this is really neat. This is kind of like it's in the Mexican Pavilion, and if you go like into the Mexican restaurant, it's like in there, the ride is, so it's kind of like nestled in the back. It's so neat. I love this place. I love to eat here. I love to go on the ride. I love it. The experience is so neat. Like, you get to see the restaurant when you're on the ride, or you got to see the ride when you're on the restaurant. Like, it's just really cool. It's something that is not anywhere in Disney, you know, anywhere else in Disney. So I feel like you can only get this experience there. And I was telling Cody about it, and I kind of showed him, and he really wants to go there too someday. So when we go back to Disney, probably go to EPCOT, and I really want to take him to eat there and go on the ride. I'm going to give it a 3.5 because the ride itself isn't fantastic, but the experience is great. It's so cool. So it says, take in sights of Mexico and the annex of the 3-feathered amigos on the gentle boat ride through the Mexican Pavilion. So it's a boat ride, which is like one of my favorite things, and the atmosphere in that ride is so fun, so I really like it. Okay, next is Journey into Imagination with Figment. I'm going to give this a 4. I love this ride. This ride is probably not everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. It's so much fun. It's so colorful. Figment's so cute. The music is so great. I really like it. Not a lot of people like it. It's not a very updated ride. It's a very old ride, but that's what I like about it. I really like the older rides. I like the updated rides too, but I like having that mixture of like older and newer. Journey into Imagination with Figment is just, it's so fun. I really like it. It says, Figment the Playful Purple Dragon is your guide on this whimsical tour of the Imagination Institute. So it's really neat. I like it. If you have never ridden it, I would recommend riding it so you can at least see if you like it. It's not everybody's ride, thing, but I really appreciate it. Okay, next is Living with the Land. I really like Living with the Land. I'm gonna give this a 4. It's a slow ride, but once again, it's a boat ride, and I love boat rides. So Disney's full of boat rides, if you really like boat rides. And this ride, I just really think it's very educational. It's really neat to go through. It's a relaxing ride, and it's neat to see how they, make the vegetables or the fruits into Mickey heads and stuff. And I don't know, I just really like it. So it says, sail through the greenhouses of the Land Pavilion on a boat tour and behold 9-pound lemons, Mickey-shaped pumpkins, and more. So it has a lot of really neat things that they do. It is Mission Space. Never been on this ride before. I'm too scared. So this says, experience authentic NASA-style training and an out-of-this-world space launch on this shuttle stimulator. So I don't get sick on spinny rides. I don't get sick on roller coasters. I don't get sick on like any rides. But for some reason, I really feel like I'm gonna get sick on this ride. I don't know why, but I do. But next time I go to EPCOT, to Disney, well next time I go to Disney because we'll go to EPCOT, I am going to ride this ride. I'm gonna make myself. And I'm gonna do like the less intense one and then maybe do the more intense one later. But to start out with, I'm gonna do the less intense one because I'm already kind of freaked out, but I wanna do it. I need to check it off my Disney bucket list. So I'm not gonna rate that ride because I don't even know where to start with that thing. Next is The Seas with Nemo and Friends. This ride, I like it because, once again, I really like the slower rides that are kind of relaxing, but this ride really probably needs a little bit updated. I feel like they could do something so much better for Finding Nemo. Disney has so many great ideas. They're so, creative, and this one's just not as creative to me. It is, but it's not. The little kids, I think, would really like it, and I still enjoy it, but it's one of those rides that I think that they need to get something new in there. So I'm going to give this one probably a 3. Because I really love Finding Nemo. It's like top movie for me. It's not my favorite, but it's at the top. So I can't hate it just because I really like Finding Nemo, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. Like, I don't think Cody would like it very much. But let's see what it says. So it says, go under the sea without getting wet on this attraction based on Disney's Pixar Finding Nemo, which finds Nemo lost again. The next is Soarin'. I give Soarin' a 5. Love Soarin'. Love it. I just hit my ears. Love it. I've not been on the new Soarin', so I'm so excited to see that. But the old Soarin', loved it. It's one of my grandma's favorite rides. She loves going on that ride. I do too. I remember when they were first coming out with Soarin' and they had all these like commercials and everything about it, and I was like, how are they gonna do that? I don't get it. Like, I wasn't quite sure about it, but now when I finally went on it, like, I love it. Soarin's fun. Take flight on a breathtaking journey as you soar over some of the world's most awe-inspiring sights. From the Great Wall of China to South America, this is your chance to experience the joy of hang gliding like never before. Next is Spaceship Earth. So, I really like Spaceship Earth. It's a slow ride. I don't really know if Cody would like it because it's a slow, long ride. But I really like going through and seeing the different like generations and the different time periods. And the end of it's my favorite with like all the stars and everything. Like, I really like Spaceship Earth. I think it's a ride you can get on like when you just want to relax, you're hot, you want to go get cooled down, you just hop on there. I do have to say though, like, it breaks down quite frequently. So if you're like in a rush to get somewhere, don't recommend like going on this ride and like hoping you're gonna get off soon. Like, it's one of those rides that's kind of like, sometimes it's hit or miss. Like, sometimes it's running good and then sometimes it's not. So just keep that in mind, that you may be stuck in there and maybe for a little bit. It's always a possibility that any ride could break down, but Spaceship Earth tends to break down quite often. I think it's because it's just so old. But what's funny is that when I was little, I used to think that there was this ginormous, like, crazy intense roller coaster in the EPCOT ball, And finally, when I went on it, I was like, oh, this is nothing. Like, what is this? Like, I was so blown away because I had no idea. Like, I literally thought it was this crazy roller coaster. And then it was nothing. It was like nothing like that. So I'm gonna give Spaceship Earth a 4. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. I wouldn't say it's like my top favorites, but I do thoroughly enjoy riding this ride. Okay. Lastly is Test Track. So I like Test Track, I do, but I loved it so much more when Ford sponsored it. Chevy took it over, and that's fine. I understand, you know, sometimes things happen like that, but Ford was so great. Like, I loved when they had the Ford Test Track. The Chevy one, it's really updated. It's a lot more like futuristic. I understand that, but it's just not anything like the old one. And every time I go to get on it, I'm like kind of dreading it because I really wanted to ride like the old Test Track. I liked like when you went through like the cold, they like sprayed out and made it really, really cold in there, or when you went through the hot, I mean, it got really, really hot, like these heaters turned on. And like this one, it's like colored, like the colors change and stuff. And so, I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I'm gonna give it a 4 just because it's a fun ride and it's more of a thrill ride, but it's just not anything like the old ride. Like, I loved the old ride, and I think a lot of people would probably agree with me that the old Test Track was so much better. The new one, they've done a lot of cool things like how you can make your own car and stuff and like kind of race people, so the concept is neat, but the whole thing in general is just not up to what the old one was, I think. So I really wish Ford would have kept it. Like, I really wish they would have changed it. It makes me so sad. Because it's just not as fun to me anymore. But, so I'm going to give it a 4 anyways, even though obviously you can see that I'm kind of upset about it, but can't change it now. So, that is all I have for you guys. The last one was Turtle Talk with Crush. And I really don't think I need to talk about that one just because it's more for little kids. It's really neat, cool concept, but I usually stick around and like, you know, see it. Like, so, I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to leave any comments below about any rides like that maybe that you like that I didn't like, or that I like that you didn't like, let me know. And if you guys have any other video ideas of what you might want to see, let me know in the comments below too. I hope you guys subscribe and like and have a magical day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.